Fabulous. So welcome everybody, the beginning of the new year for our lovely Yin Yoga practice. So Yin Yoga is a very gentle practice, the opposite to Yang, which is the more difficult side. So when we come into the poses, all I would ask of you is that you come back a little bit. It's called going to your edge in yoga. So if we're coming to a forward wide leg fold here, I want you to come back a little bit and relax into it, because we hold the postures for about 3 to 4 minutes each. There will be plenty of time for reflection to fill out our little handouts that I sent to you all, if you have them. And today is really all about setting your intentions, preparing yourself for the year ahead, and looking forward to a wonderful new start in life. So if you have your pens and papers, if not, you can take them. And we're going to begin when you're ready. Nobody else let me know. No. And thank you guys for coming. I know it's early back in home in Ireland, 8:30, so well done. You're really setting yourself up for the day. So that's nice. Okay, and if you want to put some gentle music on in the background, please do. So we're all set. We have our little pens and our pieces of paper. What I would like you to do is, if you haven't already written down on your piece of paper, more of and less of. So I've sent that little sheet. You can just put a line down the middle of the page, and on one side just write what you want more of, and on the other side you want less of. Maybe you have the handout printed off, and that's okay. So we'll just leave that in front of us for a moment, and our pen in front of us, and we're going to come to a seated position. So we can cross the ankles, or whatever way is comfortable. You can do this in a chair. You can do this seated up against the wall, and just sitting up nice and tall. Just beginning to connect to our breath this morning. So allowing the face to soften. And just check in and see, how am I this morning? Nice long breath in through the nose into the belly. And a soft exhale, just to arrive in our space this morning. And notice the support of the ground beneath us. And allow the chest to feel open. Corners of the mouth maybe to turn up a little. The tongue to feel soft at the bottom of the mouth. And just become aware, becoming more conscious when we go quiet. Become aware of all the sounds around. Become aware of our bodies, how we feel. Which part of our body is the coolest? And which part is the most warm, the warmest part? And then become aware of our breath. And as we come into the beginning of this gorgeous, beautiful new year, remember our life is beginning again, fresh start. We've all had a tough year last year. So let's hope and pray together that this year will be a wonderful year, filled with peace, love, calmness. And take the hands together and Jali Mudra at the heart center. And just allow the head to fall slightly. And just set yourself a little intention for this morning's practice. And then I ask you just to let go of that and let the eyes open gently. And take your pen and your piece of paper and just see if anything comes up. What would I like more of this year? Maybe jot down 2 or 3 things. And it's okay if nothing comes up this morning. You may be here just to rest, to enjoy the practice, just to meditate. So if you don't want to write anything, that's perfectly okay too. So what would I like more of in the forthcoming days, weeks, months? And remember, we can always come back to this. If we feel we don't have enough time, it's always good to sit, take 5 minutes to meditate, ask the question, and the answer will always come up. Journaling is a lovely way of getting rid of the weight or the heaviness that we carry around on a daily basis. So when you're ready, move over to the what we want less of. You may need a couple of pages for this, or no, not. Sometimes it may be easier, it may not, but have a think about what would I like less of. And then we're just going to take another 30 seconds on this little piece of work. And then we're going to put it away for a little while. So take your time, and you can always come back to it. So I'll keep an eye on when I see that everybody's finished writing. So when you're ready, we'll clear our mat, put our paper and our pens aside, and just come to a nice seated position. We're going to do a very gentle little warm-up. So come to a seated position and just roll the shoulders up, back and down. Nice long inhale, bring the shoulders up to your ears, roll them back. Let them go with an exhale. And again. And then just take the hands out by the sides and move the right ear to the right shoulder. Bring the head to the center and move the left ear to the left shoulder. Bring the head back to the center. Let the face and the head stick forward, come out, and then drop the head down. Breathing into the back of the neck and shoulders. Notice how they feel this morning. Come back to the center and just look up. Head back to the center, and let's just drop the chin. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Back to the center. Left ear to the left shoulder. Let's do that again. And then come back to the center. Take a nice breath in. Reach and bring the hands up over the head. Exhale, come back down through the center. And again, inhaling, stretching the arms out a little bit wider. Exhale, come on back. One more, inhale, opening up. Reach that right hand up, take the left hand down and reach up and over. Come back to the center. Take the left hand up, take a breath in and begin to lean over. Slowly come back to the center and just shake out the legs in front. Just send the feet out in front. And then just move into the ankles. So all the way around. And the wrists. And then go the other way. And then we're going to point and flex. So sitting up nice and tall. Press into the hands, lifting up the toes. Exhale, opposite way, point into the ankles and the toes, good. Inhale, opposite way, nice. And exhale, release. Good, take the hands down. Let's just do a little cat and cow in seated position. So inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, round the back and look down towards your belly button. Inhale the opposite way. Exhale, draw the navel in and round. So really extend that spine out the back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, arch. Come back to the center. Let's do a little twist to the right. Gentle little twist. Sitting up a little bit taller. Take a full breath in. And return to the center. Let's go to the opposite side. So remember to let one leg grow a little bit longer than the other. Twist, lengthen up taller. Full inhale, full exhale. And slowly come back to the center and shake it out, shake it out. Good. Okay, so we're going to begin. I have a couple of little affirmations that I'm going to add to every posture. And I have 20 postures in total, so hopefully we'll get through them all. Yeah, we'll be good. And we're going to hold each pose for 3 minutes. Yes, I have a clock here. Perfect. I'm going to have to get myself one of those little digital clocks and put it in the corner. It'll be so much easier. Okay, so we're going to begin with knees bent and a small forward fold. So generally when we sit up nice and tall and fold forward, it can be too much on the back of the legs. So see how you feel. If you prefer to bend the knees slightly and just let yourself hang forward, that's also available. So it's up to you where you want to go this morning. Remember our edge. So our edge is our maximum, and then we take it back a little. So close your eyes, take a nice breath in, and just allow yourself to come forward and let yourself just hang out here. I release the past and joyously welcome the new year. I release the past and joyously welcome the new year. We're going to stay in the pose for approximately 3 to 4 minutes. Notice what arises. If the mind is very busy, just keep coming back to the breath, softening, letting go. I release the past, joyously welcome the new year. And slowly begin to come back up. So walk the hands back in. Bring yourself back to a seated position. Just notice how it feels. And then we're going to move into our next posture. So it's cow face, but we can do it with one leg bent and one leg straight, which is a little bit easier, or we can do it with both legs bent. So I'll show you. If you want to do it this way with one leg across, I'm taking my first leg across, my right leg and my left leg is straight, and I'm staying here. Or if you prefer to take in the left leg and drop the right leg, and see, can you bring two knees together? It's quite a challenging pose, so make sure you're sitting up nice and high. And again, do what feels best for the body this morning. So again, take the hands in front. If we're finding that difficult, we can take our hands onto our block and just hold it here. So do whatever you're able to do this morning. So come into the position, take a breath in, lengthen. And with ease, just fold over. Begin to let go. My priorities are crystal clear. Begin to soften. If it's too much, you can always come back a little bit. Make it comfortable and just go to your edge. And slowly come back up. Change over to the opposite leg. Sit up tall for a moment. And then when you're ready, just let yourself fold forward to a comfortable place. Let the eyes go. Close them over if you wish. I am a force of good in the world. Slowly begin to come back up again. Straighten out the legs. Give them a little wiggle. Move them from side to side. You probably feel a little bit of that into the hips. So always do whatever the body needs afterwards. Noticing how you feel. And one more seated. We're going to come into, bring the 2 feet together, coming into butterfly pose. You can have the feet close to the groin, or you can take them further away, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And just lengthen through the spine this morning. And then just allow yourself to fold over gently. So if you're finding any pinching in the lower back or in the back at all, keep the head more upright and just let the arms weigh down the knees slightly. But otherwise, you can just fold over, close the eyes. My potential is endless. slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Shake out the legs. And we're going to come into a nice seated twist. So we're going to take the legs over to the left-hand side. So the legs are apart. So it's just a gentle twist. So the knees are wide apart and the feet are just touching. So your right foot is touching your right knee if that feels comfortable. And then you're going to sit up nice and tall and just do a gentle twist to the right. Let the eyes fold over again. I dedicate my time to what's best for me. Take another full breath in and out here. And then slowly come back. Bring the legs out to the front. And let's take it over to the other side. Knees are wide. Left foot is touching the right knee. And then begin to twist and look over your left shoulder. I am motivated and full of energy. Take a full breath in here. Release, come back to the center. Stretch out the legs in front. Perhaps do a little twist to the opposite side. And then come back and a little twist to the other side. But then we're going to bring the feet around, come onto our hands and knees. Make any little adjustments that you need to. So if you wish to come onto the hands and knees and just move into the side body, or move into the back, maybe a little cat and cow, just a couple of rounds slowly. Just feeling the benefits of the practice so far. And then when you're ready, we're going to open the knees wide as the mat. Bring the toes together. Sit all the way back. Walk the hands forward and come into a child's pose. If you wish to place a pillow underneath the knees, underneath the ankles, underneath the head, by all means, please do. And as we go down deep into this lovely wide leg child's pose, when I look back on my year, I am deeply proud of myself. And slowly notice the breath once more. And gently just walk yourself back up. You can take the knees in a little bit closer. Just take a moment here. Again, notice how the back feels, shoulders, hips, knees. And then we're going to come back down, but maybe not as deep. It's up to you, depending on how that felt. You can use support underneath the belly if you wish. Whatever's comfortable, but we're going to come back down, but this time we're going to take the hands off slightly to the right. We're creating a little more of a twist to the right. And then we're softening when we get there. So it's a side stretch as we're in our child's pose. I allow myself to dream big. Slowly start to walk the hands back to the center. You can come back up if you prefer for a moment. And then we're going to gently go to the left side. You're just walking the hands gently off the mat to the left. I easily balance work and play. Take another deep breath in and slowly begin to walk yourself back up. You can come onto your hands and knees just to take the pressure off the hips. Just move, maybe draw little circles into the hips. Moving forward and back. Or maybe stretching out the legs. Whatever you feel is right this morning. So on our next pose, we come back into tabletop position. We're going to take our right arm, like when we do thread the needle, and we take our right arm down onto the mat, onto the elbow, and then we come down onto the shoulder. And our left hand is going to go up and over our head. So we're coming into what's called rolling panda. So come into a comfortable rolling panda position. Begin to release your left arm. Walk it back. Push it in underneath and just come back to a seated position for a moment. And then we'll get ready to go on the left side. So come back into your tabletop position. Take your left arm out to the side and then slide it underneath the right arm. Come onto the elbow if you can. If this is difficult, you can always place your pillow underneath the head either. So whatever's best. And then take the right hand up and over the head. And look forward to the future. Slowly begin to take the right hand back in. Lift yourself back up and gently come right down onto your belly. So move yourself the whole way down onto the belly. Stretch the legs out. You can have a pillow under your head or not. Probably best off if not. And just take the arms down by the sides. Let your head rest for a moment here. And take nice, long, deep belly breaths here, filling the belly, filling the ground beneath you. My life is full of prosperity and abundance. You may want to turn your head to the other side. We'll just take 3 full belly breaths here on this side before we move into the next pose. And then when you're ready, take the hands forward slowly. So moving underneath the shoulders, hugging the elbows in, and just bringing the hands a little bit more forward into what we call Sphinx Pose. So elbows are underneath the shoulders, and my thoughts are filled with positivity, and my life is plentiful. Slowly begin to bring yourself back down towards the mat. Rest your ear onto the mat for a moment and just take a full breath in and out here. Remember when we come into the poses to find our edge and then come back out a little bit. One of my favorite poses is coming up next, open wing. So we're going to take our right arm out to the side. So the right arm is in line with the right shoulder. And we're going to turn our body, so press into our left hand. And we're going to turn our body over onto the right side, bend our left knee and place the left foot down in front. So our left hand is in front of our chest and our left foot is on the mat. The left knee is bent. So again, go to wherever you can here. If you prefer to have the knee down on the mat, that's okay too. You're opening up that right shoulder. Everything that is happening now is happening for the ultimate good. Begin to allow yourself to come onto your belly. And take that right arm in towards your right shoulder and stretch out the left arm. The palm is facing down, the hand is in line with the shoulder. Bring the right hand in towards the chest and bend the right leg. If that's not available, you can just allow the right knee to come onto the mat. And our affirmation here is, I deserve peace. Slowly begin to come onto the belly. And from here, we're going to roll over onto our back. So take your left arm in beside you. Take a moment, come onto the back. Take the hands out by the sides. The legs can be bent or straight. Connect to that breath once more. Take the hands out by the sides, turn the palms up. And our affirmation here is, I am blessed beyond measure. And gently start to walk the feet in closer towards the bottom. We're going to take our right foot up towards the sky. Turn the foot out to the right and bend the knee. And place the right foot on the left knee. And then from here, this is supine pigeon, we call this. There's nothing underneath the head. If it's available, we take the right hand in the middle of the the right hand into the middle of the two legs, and see, can we interlace the hands behind the left thigh? Relax into the pose. Close the eyes. I nourish my mind, my body, and my soul. Slowly begin to release the hands. Take the left foot down and then take the right foot down. You can stretch the legs out if you wish. Maybe take a stretch into the arms as well. And then prepare yourself for the opposite side. So bending the knees, taking the left leg up towards the sky, turning the foot out, bending the knee, placing the left foot on top of the right knee. And then if it's available, we can take our hands around the right thigh and just make it a soft, comfortable pose. I am a magnet for all good things. slowly, gently release. Take the foot back down, the right foot, then the left. And again, if you wish, take a nice stretch. Stretch into the hands, maybe into the lower back. Stretch into the legs. And then we're going to walk the feet back in again. But this time we're going to come to happy baby pose. So we'll do the right side first, then we'll do the left side. So we bend up the right knee and just take the hand towards the right foot. The left foot can fall out to the side, and we just hold this right foot here. Allowing the rest of the body to relax and let go. Remember to come into your edge. If that's too intense, you can just take the leg whatever way feels right, or hug the knee in towards the chest and not hold the foot. So whatever feels best for you. I am doing my best, and that is enough. And slowly begin to release the foot. Take it back onto the mat. Make a little bit of movement if you need to, and then we'll move over onto the left. So the right knee is bent, the left knee is bent. Take the left foot to the hand or hand to the foot, and allow the left knee to bend down towards the outside of the shoulder. I am enough. And begin to gently release the left leg. And perhaps now would be a nice time just to hug the knees into the chest. Perhaps rolling around a little bit. And our final pose before we come into our lovely pose, Shavasana, is a lovely twist. So stretching out both legs on the mat. And we're going to take the right foot up in line with the right knee. Stretch out the right arm out to the side, connect the right shoulder down, and just bring that right leg across the body to the left. And we can take our left hand and place it on top of our right knee. And our affirmation for this pose is, my needs matter. And gently come back, help that knee back up. Come onto your back. And we begin to move into the opposite side. So straightening out the right leg. Take the left arm out by the side. Bend the left knee. Take it across the body. Place the right hand on top of the left knee.
My thoughts are filled with positivity and my life is plentiful. One more luscious breath here before we come back onto our back. So do any little movement that you feel you need to. Maybe take a big stretch or slowly just get ready for Shavasana, placing a pillow under the head. Perhaps your bolster underneath the knees. Placing your socks on, get nice and comfortable. Place a blanket over you. There's an eye mask there as well if you wish. Take the hands out by the sides. Turn the palms upwards, or if you prefer to do this in a seated position, you may sit or lie down, whichever is more comfortable for you. And begin to let the weight of the body sink back down into the earth. Feeling that sense of letting go, unraveling any tension, and allowing yourself to feel comfortable. So if there's any little adjustments that you need to make, please do make them now.
Allow the eyes to soften. Allow the lips to touch. The teeth to be apart. And come back to that ebb and flow of the breath. This breath. And the next one. And the next one. And then now allow the next inhale to be softer. And the next exhale to be longer. Softer and longer. And our intention for Shavasana is my life is just beginning. My life is just beginning. Coming back to the breath. Notice this breath rising and falling. effortlessly. And take a moment now to come back to your body and to your breath. And think about the year ahead and what it is that you are looking forward to. And be open to great things coming your way. And perhaps take our hand to our heart, both hands, or one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. And just feel in for what it is you want for this new year ahead. So calling it in and anchoring it down. And even if you don't have a clear intention at this time, just be open to receiving. It might show up later in the day or over the next few days. And then slowly take our hands together, rub them together, create some heat. Just place the hands over the eyes.
Take a long, nourishing breath in. And then allow the fingers to open slightly and allow the light to come in. You can open the eyes a little. And then take a stretch. Stretch into the arms, the fingers, the toes, the mouth. Whatever way we wish. And then begin to roll onto your side if you're lying down. Or if you're still seated, you may want to just stretch the feet out in front for a moment. So rolling onto our side and then bringing ourselves back up to a seated position. And just notice how you feel for a moment. Just before we close off, I invite you, if you wish, either just to sit in silence for a moment and contemplate on the year ahead, or take out your pen and your piece of paper, and we go to the goals for the year ahead, and maybe just one word underneath the 8 boxes. If you wish, maybe just have a think about it first of all. So perhaps physical. What is my goal for the next year? Let's not make these too complicated. And then we move on. So just give yourself a couple of moments on each one. And remember, you can come back to these maybe later on today or later on in the week. And perhaps for those that don't have the handout, while we're completing, I'll just call out the 8 categories to think of: physical, health, spiritual, personal growth, career, finances, love, and family and friends.
So let's take all of that and just bring our hands together at our heart center. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a wonderful, peaceful, loving new year ahead. And thank you for your constant kindness, your love and support over the last year. And I hope our connections grow deeper over the next year. And may you stay healthy and happy. Namaste. Namaste.